Good morning, Mansi. Thank you so
Good
much
morning,
for
Bhopria.
thank you so much for reaching out and adjusting your schedule and meeting me today morning. I'm really excited to meet you, and I hope you are doing absolutely wonderful.
Yes, I'm doing very wonderful. Thanks for inviting me on your channel. I was really excited to come on your channel. And when I watch your videos, I feel very energetic. And I want to get that fluency also. I can speak English. Even I have been teaching since 2010, but still I can't speak like you. Seriously.
Well, I feel you speak really well, Mansi, and I think that you are doing a wonderful job because when you speak, I see a smile on your face. That is very important. A lot of
Thank you
people are
so much.
missing out on that smile when they speak. I see teachers, I see educators, I see other YouTubers, but whenever they start speaking, they are suddenly very serious and they have a very
Yes.
grumpy look on their face. But
Uh,
that is not the case with you. So I would definitely say you have done a great job and you
Thank
are
you.
presenting yourself really well.
Thank you so much, Bhopria. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome. Okay, so Mansi, why don't we just tell each other a little bit about ourselves because we haven't definitely interacted before.
Sure,
So
sure.
let me start with myself, and after that, you can also
Of course.
introduce yourself.
Sure.
Okay. So you already know my name. I was born and raised in Kolkata, and I did my graduation in international hospitality management from IIHM Kolkata. Post which I never interestingly worked in the hospitality sector. I have always been into the customer service, customer client service domains, and that is where I started developing my interest for training and coaching because we used to have the L&D departments in the MNCs, right? And we used to go through a lot of trainings. So after spending about 7 years in the corporates, I moved into education. But till that time, I had already started, taking small mentoring sessions and training sessions for the team. And after I moved into the education sector, it was so interesting, and it was, so different kind of an experience than interacting with employees. So I really enjoyed that bit. And after that, I thought, that is when COVID came into picture, and then we were all working from home. So that's when I realized that, I need to do some certification. So that was my first step. I did my certification from Indian Leadership Academy, and I am a certified soft skills trainer and a corporate trainer as well. And after that, I have been into full time training. I again went back to the corporates. I worked for a firm as a trainer, as a voice coach, and then moved into another one. But then last year in December, I got married and I was like, that's enough. I'm not doing any more 9 to 5 jobs. I'll do something on my own. And that's when from January this year, I have started working as an independent coach. And initially, I never had this idea of, coming onto YouTube or making videos because I used to find it very tiring. But then it was my students who started putting up interacting videos and all of that on YouTube, and they were the ones, ma'am, you should have your channel, ma'am, you should be sharing something. And they really motivated me, and they told me that this is one space that I can explore. And thoroughly I have been exploring this journey, although it is tiring. I am exploring it, and I am getting to learn a lot of new things. That is awesome. And then, of course, networking with interesting people like you. So that is another perk of being on YouTube, definitely. So that's a little bit about my professional life and my career. And in my free time, I love traveling. I love spending time with my friends and family. That is one of my favorite things to do. And I also love cooking. I enjoy cooking a lot.
Wow.
So,
Good.
yeah. So that's a little bit about me. And if you have any specific questions later on, I would be happy to answer them for you.
Okay, sure, sure, sure. So you have been working for many years, right? In
Yes,
corporate.
it's been almost going to be 12 years.
Okay, that's good. You have
Yeah.
immense knowledge about that field. Okay, that's why your communication is very better.
Well, yes, because one other thing is also that I am from an English medium background, so
Mhm.
learning the basics was never a challenge for me. But interestingly, what happens is, although I was very good in English when I was in school, but that was only the written part of it, the grammar
Yeah.
part of it, the literature part of it. We never spoke in English. We used to speak to our teachers mostly in our mother tongue, with our friends, of course, in mother tongue. So that's why, when I went to college and I had to interact with guests and faculties, and of course other people whom we meet from time to time in different events, right? Then I realized, why am I not being able to speak? I know
Okay.
everything. I have scored like almost 80s and 90s in my English exams, but why can't I speak the language? And that's when I realized that
You never tried.
speaking
Yeah.
English and just passing exams, they are two entirely different ball games. So that's when I started on this journey of speaking the language, getting fluent with the language. And that's when I realized a lot of things that are not taught to us when we are in school, that are not put into our curriculum when we are in school, and that is very important. They needs to be incorporated, in our regular curriculum, so that we can go ahead and become fluent speakers by the time we are out of school. I'm sure most of the schools, or a lot of schools these days, are doing it, but then there are also a big chunk of schools which are still not incorporated these things which are required.
That's good. That's good. Okay, so now it's my turn to introduce myself.
Sure. Yes.
Okay. So my name is Mansi Gola. I hail from Delhi. I am a married woman. I have two kids also. If I talk about my husband, he's also a teacher. He teaches physics in Kendriya Vidyalaya, and it's been, I think, 6 years. He has a government job. After getting
Wonderful.
married, he got a government job. And if I talk about myself, so I belong to a middle class family. That's why I
Mm.
can say I used to go to school. That was government school. So that's why my
Mm.
English was not so good when I used to study in school. I used to think like in grammar only modals and tenses are there. I have to practice about these things only. And after
Right.
completing my 12th board exam, I realized there are many things which I have to learn.
Mm.
So I started learning all the things, and uh, uh, and I started teaching also in
Mm.
2010. And when I took admission in college, then I realized, oh my God, everybody is speaking in English because that is due college, Delhi University.
Right.
So in Delhi, everybody most of the time they speak in English to show
Mm.
themselves. So I was thinking
Right.
like I have degrees, I am also educated person, but still I feel like I'm illiterate because of English. So
Mm.
I started learning English, speaking also. I took admission in Jizabai Polytechnic College.
Mm.
I started learning English for 4 months. I learned English from that
Mm.
college, and I was so fluent. I got that fluency which I wanted to have. And after
Mm.
getting married, I lost everything. I don't know
Yeah.
why it happens with me. It happened with me, and I lost everything. And then
Mm.
after 4 years, I restarted my career during
Mm.
Corona time, and I started teaching also, and I started working on my communication also. Because if
Mm.
you have this skill, then you can prove that whether you don't have degrees or anything, but if your communication is strong, then everybody will think about you that you are very well educated person. You know
Right.
everything. You have
Mm.
every type of experience. So they think
Correct.
about this. They can't consider you are very intelligent. So I was
Mm.
thinking like if I need to get that respect, so I have to work on my communication. Because when we
Mm.
went to the Chirmiri, Chhattisgarh, my husband got transferred.
Mm.
So it was teacher colony. So everybody was working. I was only the homemaker there. So when I
Mm.
started talking with the teachers, so I used to feel like, yeah, I'm nothing. Because still I'm speaking in Hindi, I'm introducing myself in
Right.
Hindi language. But
Yes.
if I want to prove that I am also educated, I hail from Delhi. So Delhi people, they speak in English only. So I should
Mm.
start speaking in English because I have knowledge, but I can't use that. So
Mm.
use knowledge is a different part. If you have
Mm.
knowledge, it's a different part. Everybody has knowledge. They have many degrees. They are doctors, engineers, scientists.
Correct.
There are many fields, but
Mm.
many of them can't speak English because they don't have environment. So I did. So that's how I started my journey of speaking this language. And
Mm.
I used to work in NGO. I was a
Mm.
teacher there. So I worked there for 4 years, and I got
Mm.
married after that. And yeah, that's all about me. And now recently, not recently, it's been 2 years. I started teaching online also. And
Wonderful.
in 2022, December 28, I think I started my YouTube channel, and within two
Mm.
months, my channel got monetized. And on Facebook,
Mm.
within 1 month, my channel got monetized. So I was so happy that
Wonderful.
at that time, now only Yashoda, Dehati madam, and I, Rajni, and Karishma was there only. And Rajni
Mm.
started uploading conversation video, and then I started also. And then everybody is now YouTuber. They all doing the same thing. And because of my channel's name,
Right.
Housewife English Corner, there are many
Mm.
homemakers. They are getting motivation.
Correct.
They got motivation at that time when I
Mm.
started my YouTube channel. I used to get
Mm.
so many comments, ma'am, your channel name is very unique, and it
Mm.
motivates us. So
Right.
now we feel like we can also do so many things. There are many
Of
things. So
course.
many of them, they want to learn stitching. They are beautician. There are many things. They are nurses
Mm.
also. So they used to think about themselves that I'm nothing. I can't do anything. So your
Mm.
channel name gives us that motivation that we can also do many things. So we can
Yes.
prove us. So they started working on themselves. And
Mm.
when my student praise me every time, ma'am, you are very polite. When you teach, we got everything in a very proper way, how to use, what to use.
Mm.
I feel very happy that yes, now I'm
Yes.
doing something for myself, for my children, for the
Mm.
society also. I'm serving good thing. I'm not dancing on
Mm.
social media. So I feel very happy sometimes.
True. True.
Yeah.
Yes. Wonderful. I loved how you expressed yourself, Mansi. It is so wonderfully stated, and your journey is so interesting. I am definitely 100% agreeing with you with the fact that whenever, we can have a lot of degrees, but if we cannot speak properly, it doesn't matter what others think about us, okay?
Yeah.
It automatically starts building that complex within us that why am I not being able to express
Yeah.
myself? Why are they able to speak and I am not able to speak? So, first of all, I won't even consider others. We ourselves start doubting ourselves, right?
Yeah.
And that is one of the most, I would say, the most negative thing that can happen to us when we keep doubting ourselves for everything, because that stops our growth, right?
Yeah.
So, there are two ways to look at it. And I think you chose the better one. So, when I say there are two ways to look at it, somebody can feel sad about it and get depressed and think that I'm worth nothing, and the
Yeah.
other thing can be somebody can take it up
Can
as a
move on.
challenge
Yeah.
that if I can't speak, I will make sure that I do everything that I am getting fluent within these many months or these many days, right? So I think you have chosen the better option and you have proved yourself, so you are definitely an example to a lot of people that if you want to really do something in life, nothing can stop you,
Nothing can
right?
stop. Yeah, because
Right, because
when I was in
mm,
school, I used to think like I don't know ABCD even because when I used to
mm,
read something, I did pronunciation problem was there, and
mm,
understanding the word, that was also a big challenge for me. So I used to
right.
write everything in Hindi. Like if I'm writing
Mm.
understand, so I used to write in a Hindi also understand. I used to
Oh,
this when I was
right.
in sixth and seventh standard. So I used to
Hmm.
mark all the things and mark up all the things, and I started reading English newspaper. But
Hmm.
we didn't used to buy newspaper. How we did get newspaper, like we sometimes we buy some grocery things like rusk, pen, biscuits from
Yes.
the
Hmm.
shop. They used to provide us with a piece of newspaper,
Hmm.
with a piece
Hmm.
of newspaper. So I used to collect all the pieces of newspaper and I used to read all the things like what is written in it. So
Hmm.
that's how I started my reading parts. Reading parts and getting new words
Wonderful.
in my mind, and I started using all the things because when
Hmm.
I was in school, after completed my 12th, not after, when I was in 10th standard,
Hmm.
I got to know that after completing 10th board, I need to choose one subject like commerce, science, and stream. I was thinking
Hmm.
like I was not able to choose anyone because
Hmm.
I did not do study like that. That I wanted
Right.
to be yeah, my father want me to be a banker. So
Hmm.
my math was like I was so poor at math. so
Hmm.
so
Same
I
here.
started working on my English. That
Hmm.
anyhow, I want to be a teacher of English. So I
Hmm.
started thinking about this in my 10th standard. And after
Hmm.
completed my 10th board, I didn't get admission in English honors. I was so sad at that
Hmm.
day when I
Okay.
got this news that I can't get the admission in Delhi University. So I didn't get idea that I could do that from open learning. But
Hmm.
nobody was there who can suggest me that you can do from
Right.
open learning also. So I took admission in political science honors. I was not interested to do that, but did that. So I started teaching also. So I was thinking like degree doesn't matter if your communication is very strong. So if
Right.
I can speak
Yes.
English, then everybody will think like I did my graduation in English honors. They will not ask you if you will not ask if you will if I'm not able to speak in English. So they will ask
Hmm.
like, what did you do?
Right.
What did you do in your graduation and post graduation? So
Hmm.
it's better to make my communication stronger. So I started
Hmm.
working on it. Still I am doing this. Still I'm working on it
Hmm.
because I want to get that fluency which you have. I love the way you speak, and
Thank you.
there are so many people. I love their ways, how they speak, how they
Hmm.
communicate. They use different words. They use, like, I also have so many words in my mind. I also
Hmm.
know so many structures. I teach them in a very proper way, like my
Hmm.
students, and they are able to use that those structures. But somehow I
Hmm.
feel like when I start using them now, so I feel like, yeah, chodo. Let me use my simple English.
Right, right. Yeah, that happens. So one thing that, that I'll tell you is if you want to use those structures, it is very important that you first do self practice. So that's why I keep telling people it's very important to talk to your own self. If you want to get fluent, if you want
Yeah,
to
you
use
so
the
right.
different words, the different phrases, the different structures, you have to first talk to yourself. Because what happens is when you talk to somebody else, you are too conscious to frame the correct sentence. At that time, you don't want to take a chance. That's why you feel, Arey, yaar, chodo, let me, whatever I know, let me say it correctly first. I don't want to do so much of calculation in my mind. But if you are talking to yourself, like for example, we are having this conversation, right? And you really wanted to apply something new, some other word, right? After the call, maybe when you're cooking, when you are, taking a bath, or when you are just sitting and not doing anything, in your mind, replay this situation. That, okay, Mopriya asked me this
This
question.
is the only
How
way.
how would I have answered it?
Yeah.
Then you can do all of those practice. That's your playground, right? So if
Mm.
you do that, you would see that it is becoming easier for you. Now, again,
Yeah.
English is a journey. Any language is a lifelong journey. So even if we think that in our mother tongue, when we are talking in Hindi or when I speak in Bengali, are we correct 100% time? No, we are not. We make mistakes there also. We have slip of tongue there also, right? But
Yes. Yes.
especially when it comes to English, we suddenly become very, Einsteins, and we want to figure out every small
Yeah. Yeah.
mistake
Yeah.
that we are
This
making,
is the biggest
right?
problem with every Indians, I can say.
Yes.
When I was in school, that was Hindi medium, government school.
Mm,
So
mm,
I had some big shoes to fill because that was like a challenge to get this fluency
mm,
that I'm using now. So
right.
I had some big shoes to fill. But now I can
Mm,
say that I belong to a Hindi medium school, but now I'm speaking in a this way. Like if you are uh, if you are in private school, you'll get something from that school definitely about English. You will
right.
get new words, new sentences, and that confidence also. But if you belong to that government school, your confidence is like a zero. You know,
Right.
if
Yeah.
I talk about English language, in this English language, your confidence is zero. You have to start
Mm,
from zero. If you want to be something, if you want to show yourself in English, then you have to start from zero level and you have to
correct.
do this on your own. Nobody will
Mm,
help you. Nothing can help you because if you are motivated, self motivated, then you can do anything. Otherwise,
correct.
nobody can force you. Not your teacher can force you. Even your father cannot force you. Not your friend can force you. But if you are self motivated, then you can do something. You can learn English. Otherwise, there are many friends. When I was in school, I
Mhm.
used to have so many friends. They used to speak in English language. I used to feel like, why you are speaking here? There is no need to speak English because nobody
Right.
speaks in English. Even in my family, nobody uses this
Mm,
language. And in my school, teacher uses my English teacher used. She used to use English during the
mhm.
lecture only, not in
Right. Yes.
not in daily conversation. So I used to think
Mm,
like this is not so important.
correct. Yeah.
So after getting admission in MA, I got serious and I got that
Mm,
yes, now this is a high time to do something to learn
mm,
this language for my kids or
right.
show myself.
Mm.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yes, you are right when you say that. And that is what we do not have that environment where we
Hmm.
can speak the language, where we can practice the language. So that becomes one of the problem, definitely.
Yes, yes, yes.
All right. So Mansi, tell me this. I'm very interested to know, how did your YouTube journey start? Like what thought came to your mind that, okay, let me start a YouTube channel?
Okay. When I went to Chirmiri, Chhattisgarh, I used to
Mm-hmm.
think about myself also. I went through the depression also for 4 years. I took medicine for 4 years of depression. So I used to think, I used to cry every time, anytime I used to cry. My husband told me that do whatever you want to do, but try to be
Mm,
happy. So
right.
I started watching YouTube. During
Mm,
Corona time, I started watching YouTube. I got
mm,
to know that they upload about their daily life, vlogging
mm,
channels. So wow, this is quite interesting. I can also do
mm,
the same. And I got to know about Kanchan Kestri also. And I
mm,
got motivation from her daughter. Yeah, she's speaking English. My son also can speak English. But first I need to speak to show himself that your mama is speaking, you can also speak. So I started
correct.
working on my English. I
Mm,
restart learning all the things. So at that
mm,
time I was not teaching because my younger son was only 6 months old during
mm,
Corona time. So after that pandemic, I started thinking like now I have to do something, and I started
mm,
my vlogging channel, and that was
mm,
not doing well. And my brother was also not happy with me that you are showing
mm,
everything on social media. What you are doing, yeah? What
mm,
relative are saying that you don't care about anyone. You don't care about yourself. You used to
mm,
teach English and you used to teach in school also, NGO also. Now you can start doing that same thing. So why you are
mm,
doing this? Why you are wasting your time? So my husband
mm,
also motivating me. My mama also motivating me that you can do again. Start doing.
right.
But at that
Mm,
time I was underconfident because of my in-laws relative and all the things. So
right. Yeah.
I started my YouTube channel because of my husband and my brother, and because of Kanchan
Mm,
Ketri's daughter, Advita. So in December 2022, I started my YouTube channel, and my channel
mm,
was running very fantastic. You know, at that time,
mm,
yeah, I used to get 2,000, 5,000, 8,000 views on my videos.
mm, mm,
So within 2 months, my channel got monetized. I was thinking like, oh
mm.
my god, I will start earning money also from YouTube. So, and I started my Facebook page also. And my
Hmm.
Facebook page was going very viral at that time because of
Hmm.
my this name, Housewife English Corner.
Right.
So I got to monetize my channel within my channel got monetized within 1 month only. And I
Hmm.
used to get lakhs in lakhs views, like 1 lakh, two
Hmm.
lakhs in my each videos. Previously, not now.
Wonderful.
Still I
Hmm.
got sometimes. So these things motivated me to do more, to do
Of
more.
course.
So now
Yes.
I'm still working on myself. I don't consider myself that I am teacher. I have immense knowledge about grammar, but
Hmm.
still I'm learning. I'm working on my communication because I want to get that fluency which you have, which native speakers have, which my teacher used to have. So
Hmm.
I want to reach on that level. So that's why I'm working on it. If I make mistake, yeah, this is my nature. This is everybody's nature that they commit mistake. I
Correct.
also do the same. And when I make mistake, if you are going to rectify my mistake, I will never feel shy. I feel very proud that
Hmm.
you are helping me. Thank you, Mopriya, that you are helping me. Thank you so
Correct.
much. I feel like, oh my God, I'm lucky now that you are helping me. So I feel like this.
Right, right. So very nice. I think, that's a very good way to look at it because it's important to understand that learning anything is a lifelong journey. You will always learn new things. You will always have to upskill yourself. You will always have to look for what are the new trends. Only then, I won't even say you will be a good teacher. That is what will keep you updated with
Yeah.
everything that's going on around you. And that's very important. And I like the fact that you are open to learning. You are still working on yourself, on polishing your language, on polishing your communication skills. That is very important. And
Mm.
I feel, the good part, what I feel is even after getting the success, even after getting all the attention that you have got on social media, you are still somebody who is grounded and who feels that I still need to improve. Because a lot of people,
Yes,
they
I really need to improve.
Absolutely, because I see a lot of people, they are not even like, very big on social media or anything, but they don't have that learning mindset. They feel, okay, whatever we are doing great. And there is no more improvement that I need to bring in myself. That is a very wrong mentality. So I'm very happy to see that you are somebody who is open to learning and somebody who feels that there is a lot of scope of improvement to do better. And then you can put it out all in front of everybody and others will also benefit from it. I think that's a very good mindset to have.
Yes, yes. Then we can improve ourselves. Otherwise, if I think about myself, I'm okay. I'm super best. Nobody's like me.
Yes.
I can't improve myself. I can't change my mentality also. I can't think about what is running behind me and what is running
Hmm.
on social media. So I should
Absolutely.
not be arrogant if I want to improve
Hmm.
myself. I always need to be a learner every time that I can learn
Right.
from anybody. If you are a
Hmm.
learner, if you are a teacher, I can learn from you also. There are many things which
Correct.
I need to learn. So we should be learner every time. I think so.
Very, very well stated. Very nice.
Yeah.
All right. So, Mansi, I thoroughly enjoyed this conversation and I really, really had a great time talking to you, getting to know you. And definitely in the future, I would want to speak to you again and, stay connected. So, looking forward
Thank
to
you,
that.
Mupriya, for inviting me, for letting me free to speak about myself. I wanted to share so many things, and I shared all the things, and that's why I'm so happy. I can learn many things from you, and still I'm learning so many things. You are so, so calm. You are so calm. So this is I want to
Thank
learn
you.
because I am not so calm. I every time I move, so this is I need to learn also from you. So this is I want to learn from you.
Thank you.
And
Thank you
thank you
so
so much.
much. And I look forward to meeting you again. But till that time, you have a wonderful time. Keep doing
You
great
too.
work that you are doing and take care of yourself.
You too. Thank you, Mopriya. Bye bye.
All
Take
right.
care.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye
Take care,
bye.
Mansi.